G'day, legends. This is Warne here, coach of the Warne Dawgs, and this is Georgie,
coach of the George Dawgs.
School holiday special. Been a big day today. I've been doing a lot of work, actually. Landscape, working hard. Just picked the big girl up from a vacation care. What did you do today? What did you make? It was chef for a day.
So I did making pizzas.
Were they good?
Yes.
You beauty. All right, let's get into all the stuff that we need to know here. So, teams, let's get into these. So, the Sunday games, we've got our 22s in for that now. So, Callaghan and Haynes are in for GWS. Ware's been omitted. Hogan is out injured. Josh Fahey, who was a sub. Braden Fiorini is the only out who was a sub last week anyway. Key things to look at there, I guess, is that Flanders half-forward flank, yep. Took in the guts, yep. Probably nothing really to be worried about as such of where players are named. Melbourne and Adelaide. So there's no Brodie Grundy that some people might have been a little bit worried. Oh, is Grundy going to play? No. He's an emergency as expected there. So Tomlinson and Chandler come in. So Spargo's omitted. Petty's injured. Joel Smith, who was a sub last week. So coming in for the Crows, Cook, Schoenberg, Matt Crouch and Paddy Parnell. They're out. Rochelle's suspended, but Lockie Murphy's been omitted. Scholl omitted. Michael Annie's been managed. And Rory Laird, as we found out yesterday, is injured. Let's look at the Saints and North Melbourne. Now, Cow's going to be happy because Windhager holds. He's on the bench there. But Bytel and Higgins come in. So Perisu was omitted, as we found out yesterday. But Liam Stocker has been omitted, as well as Ryan Burns. North Melbourne, Lazaro, Goldberg. Oh, no. Goldstein's in. What does that mean, George? Tristan, ex-Erie, has Goldie next to him. And Will Phillips. So, they're outs. Callum Coleman-Jones, Cameron Zerha, George Wardlaw, and Jack Siebel's been managed. So there's a very interesting and big one there. So if we go and think about that a little bit as well with what we've got there, Siebel out is a good thing, or being managed is a good thing for my boy, Sheasel. What do you think of Sheasel? Good player?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's a member of the Warne Dawgs. So probably a good option still to bring in too. People are thinking about that and considering that. So Shees is there. But if you've got ex-Erie, if you've got Tristan at Cherry there, wow, that move needs to be made. I think you have to make that this week. It has to be a high priority. So that is either trying to get to max, or you could be going for that value play in Luke Jackson. Now, might as well cover that off now. Probably this time yesterday, the Jackson move I didn't love. I saw merit in it. I didn't love because I thought Darcy could be back in one or two. And also there was the talk this week about a bit of a hip injury, and that's why Jackson couldn't spend as much time in the ruck. The worries. But now it's sounding like that Darcy could be out for a little bit longer. So that's a big one, I think, if you've got Darcy out for the rest of the season. That makes Jackson a massive play. So at under 700k, it's a good move. You don't even have to launch this week, but you do get that good little bit of a matchup. It's against, well, Hayden McLean. It's against the Swans, the ruckless Swans as such. So that's it. Now, this is the moment that I'm sure everybody is waiting for, to see how the mighty, mighty Warne Dawgs are lining up for this week. So let's get into it. So I've got my two trades there ready to go. Pretty average, as everyone knows, a 12k ranking, yada, yada, yada. Weakest links in the team. So I've got, well, Rory Laird's not a weak link, but he's out this week, so he's going to go. Matt Johnson there, that was because he was out last week, but when Tom Green was out, I ended up flicking that or doing the edit trade to make sure it was Green out, and I held Johnson and got Johnson's score last week, which meant that I'm going into this week with 336k. Which is great, but the issue is that when you've got a forced trade, it can really mess things up when that's happening, and that's not so much done that for me. It means that Laird goes and Johnson goes this week, so while I've got an Ashcroft and a Mills there, I don't love that, and even Himmelberg, which I'm not overly excited about having him there either. But anyway, that is where my team is at, so let's have a look at the trades. So if you read the Friday Fantasy Fill-Up, went up earlier today, but I haven't had the opportunity to fully get that, to make this video. That's why it's happening this late. So I've been working hard, landscaping, concreting, putting, what else have I put on? Bit of mulch. You going to help me do some of that tomorrow as well, George?
Yes.
You're a good helper, aren't you? Right, so let's do this. So, as I said there, Rory Laird is going out, and I might as well click on it now. Matt Johnson, they're my outs. So that's giving me altogether $1.82 million to move on. So, the moves that I said on the podcast, Parish, so I have to lock that in tonight. And then the other one was, I did say Luke Davies-Uniacke, but I think it's still just because, and I can afford it. I can have it leave me 58k. So let's make those trades. I will go back to my team there, and that's where I am lining up now for round. What round is it, George? Can you remember? What round is it?
I forgot.
You forgot. You guess then.
Round 90?
19. Close. 90. God, I'm glad the season doesn't go that long, but round 19. You did pretty well remembering that. Well done. You're a legend. Right. So, this is where DP3 goes in there. Jack's still there, so it's making my team better. That's as simple as it is. So, the plan is Merritt as VC into Taranto as the captain. Now, there were a couple of other options that I could do because I'm a big fan of the Hewitt move. So, that was probably going to happen for me if I didn't have the Rory Laird issue. So, if you're doing that, good luck. But I could do that, and Hewitt could end up here, and the DP3 could actually be Bont. But I'm just in this point where, do I need to take that on? No, you don't need to take it on. I'm just going to do it because I think that my team is better with Parish and Steele, even though I think Hewitt can have a 95 to 100 type score this week at a minimum, because they've got Chera and also Cripps out, and I think it's a decent play. Their matchup, obviously it's the Eagles this week, but the Blues look all right for the rest of the season, so it is certainly a play. Now, that's where I'm at. The other moves that I could do, what else was I thinking of there? I could go some DPP, so I could go a Flanders. I was considering Sick Dawgs, so moving could be a Doherty, could be a Dacos, whoever, into the midfield and getting Sick Dawgs, because I don't mind Sick Dawgs as a player. I think that almost forgotten about a little bit last week because of that score that happened last week. It's worth considering the old Sick Dawg. I think he's going to bark this week, unfortunately. Might be Calvin out of the vest if he can get all of his things going right. So there's a lot of coaches and a lot of teams that are kicking some goals with that. So that's where I'm at. That's what it's looking like. There were a few questions that did come through, and I did actually do this, and I should have got a little bit more organised for this as well. Hang on, while I'm loading that up and while I'm trying to get some things happening here, let's go back here and let's look at the most traded players, so I can give my little commentary on that. Do you want to help me on that, George? Who's your favourite player? Can you think? Who is it? You're not talking, are you? Podcasts. Tipper. Podcasts aren't real good when you don't talk, because people want to hear you, don't they? Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, so the most traded in player is LDU into Bont as well. So LDU by a lot, like nearly 13,000 coaches, 6,000 for the Bont. Took Miller, which I haven't been against it, but yeah, it's a good move. He's at a great price. So what is Took at the moment? It is $8.30. So he's in that range of a Jack Steele. I'm assuming people have got Jack Steele, so they're going there. Yeah. LDU I don't mind, but there is that tag risk. I think that's probably one of the biggest things out of that. All right, where are we? George Hewitt, so it's a good move there. 4.6k coaches are doing it. Yeah, it's just a great move. 452k, ridiculous. The max move, I love it. Good luck if you're doing that. If you've got ex-Airy, that's where you want to go to, I think. If you've got Briggs, which I think Roy's going to do, go there, and so on. Woden, if you're needing that low-end player at 230k, is probably the pick of them. Cooper Harvey, what's he up to now? 263, so I'd probably still go Cooper Harvey ahead of him for that 33k. Dunkley, you don't need to launch this week because have a look at that break-even. It's a 150, and even just the fact that it is that Geelong matchup might just be a thing. Yeah, just wait on it. Soldo, while that looked epic last week, that 107, he's only got 2 weeks left. But in saying that, they are playing against Hawthorn, which is only the one ruck Hawthorn now for this week. So, yeah, no, don't think I would be launching there. Now, the outs, probably as expected, Rory Laird's now the most traded out player because he's in 45% of the competition, so there'll be a few more added to that 20,000. Tom Green, the people that missed that last week, so more people missed that last week than I thought, actually, with 18,000 moving him on. Same with Sheldrick as well, I suppose. Wardlaw Johnson is a luxury, well, when I say luxury, it's the time to go rookie move, which is what I'm doing. But look at all those injured players, that's what it's all about. So the Darcy one, I reckon most people will probably go to max with that one, which is the move that I would do. You could go to your Jackson, but I think the thing that I like about Jackson is the fact that he's got that forward status, and I'd just have that filling out the F6 spot, which could be a move for me next week. Right, there we go. That's the most traded in and out players. Let's have a quick look here. Where are we? I've got a couple of questions. Let me get back into it. Sorry, I should have got organised with this before, big girl. Not many people actually ask questions. Tick Briggs to Gone and Johnson to Hewitt. Tick. There you go, Leo. That is an absolute win for that. Ewan Lion. Thor Act 7. It's a cool name. I'm going to ride the roller coaster with Sick Dog as my VC and Dawson as a Sick Dog play for, big girl. Oh, do you know? We watch them here sometimes at Utah Stadium.
Oh.
That's it. Now, Ben, is Lloyd an option? No, I wouldn't be picking Lloyd. That's definitely... Here, if anyone asked any questions here, it's sorry, I should have been a lot more organised with this one. Thanks for watching this and tuning in. We've got to go and get some sushi, don't we, big girl? Is that what you want for dinner tonight?
No.
Oh, what do you want?
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Because Mum's not here tonight. Are you going to tell Mum?
No.
Have a treat night, you beauty. Kelly, an option. Yes, Kelly is an option, so that's Josh Kelly. Has a potential of a few tags coming up. It seems like an elite pod. Yes, he is. And if I hadn't been burnt twice by him, he would probably be coming in for me, but I'm just basically, essentially choosing Parrish over him is my thing. I just couldn't do it to myself. Had him in twice, traded out twice this year. So... that's why I'm not doing that one. Let's go.
Now, something just happened, and I'm not sure what happened. Lost audio, so this is coming through the computer, so it's probably going to sound a heap different. Anyway, that'll do. Thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for being here, coach of the...
George Dog.
The George Dogs. With coach of the Warne Dogs. Good luck for round 19. We'll be back on Sunday night with our Patreon stream. Well, hopefully I can get the audio working for that. I don't know what just happened there. Did you pull a cord out?
No.
No. You know who would?
Who?
Calvin. Oh, Calvin.
Or Teddy.
Teddy might do it too. We better go home and see Teddy. Do you reckon he'll be all right?
Yeah.
And we're getting some fish and chips or sushi.
Fish and chips.
All right. You beauty. Thanks, legends. We'll see you soon.